Hello, it is very, very warm in England today, and I'm very sweaty. And hopefully, I just look like I'm glowing, but it is sweat, believe me. And with that as the introduction to the video, I want to help you simplify your life. And you might be thinking, Carmen, what right do you have to help me try and simplify my life? Well, that's a very good question because there is a significant amount of chaos in my life. And I think that is what kind of equips me with the information and the knowledge to be able to share. I have so little time compared to the time I used to have. I can't believe how I used to fritter my time away like somebody who just didn't understand what they had. It upsets me sometimes. But I'm not complaining because the reason that I don't have any time is because I'm spending all of my time with my daughter, and that's my favorite thing to do in the whole world. So I'm not complaining. It's just I look back and I think, Carmen, why did you spend so much time worrying and faffing over tiny, insignificant details that never actually amounted to anything? The point is that I want to help you in a practical way to simplify your life. I have 3 bits of advice. They are gold. They may sound trivial. I'm going to be totally honest with you, but there are layers, and I'm going to be just scratching at those layers in this video. Advice number 1, whatever you buy regularly, this could be food, it could be cleaning supplies, makeup, skincare, whatever it is, anything that you kind of use up and have to buy again, decide which brand and which product it is that you are going to buy again and again and again, and you are going to stick to it. So there are many benefits of this. One is thinking about this as a project, as something to actually decide on, means that you have to understand a few things about yourself. You have to understand your lifestyle. You have to understand yourself. You have to understand your budget and the quality that you want on certain products. Also, your values. You have to understand, if you care about it being cruelty-free, sustainable, ethically sourced, and then finding the right product where all of those things meet. And one of the massive benefits of this is, as humans, we all have slight sore spots that are easy for marketers to poke at and tell us that, you just need this thing and then your life is going to be fixed. That is a message we see all the time. But by remaining loyal to a brand, whether that's like cleaning supplies, it could be, the cat food that you buy, it could be the bread that you decide to buy, deciding what is important to you and which products match those areas of importance is really, really important. It also helps with decision fatigue because you've already made up your mind about the things that you're going to get. So if there is something that a marketer tries to tell you is going to fix your problems or is going to solve things for you, you are less likely to have your head turned because you've already decided beforehand, well, no, that's not the one I buy. That's not the one I get. And I completely appreciate that might seem so trivial, but we all have slightly down days where we want to offload our hope onto something. We don't feel capable of actually having, agency and control and power over our life. So we want to give it away. Sometimes I talk about marketing as if it's people trying to take things from us, but often it's that we want to give it, we want to surrender. We long for it in a lot of ways. We want to just be held. And if somebody can carry their hope, someone can give us that hope for, £20. So once you've decided the items that you are going to regularly buy, the second step is you are going to do Amazon subscribe and save. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, hey, Carmen, I thought you liked ethical and sustainable and Amazon ain't any of that. I know. I also think, though, that if you are busy and you are trying to put your energy somewhere that matters, it's okay to take your energy from the things that are going to take away more time. Maybe I'm wording this terribly. I'm going to use an example instead. So I used to keep running out of oat milk and it was really annoying. And the thing about oat milk is that it's kind of heavy, so you can't be buying 20 cartons at a time. My daughter hates the car, so that puts us in a tricky situation. My husband takes the car to work. I don't have the car during the day. And the oat milk from my corner shop is like double the price that it is off Amazon. So what I do, and it makes my life so much easier, is I subscribe and save cartons of oat milk. Now, this means that all of the energy that used to go to going to the shop, getting the oat milk, carrying the oat milk back, now goes into my most important job of being a mother and also being a YouTuber, I guess, because look, I'm back on YouTube. But you know what I mean? I think it's very easy to kind of hold ourselves to a standard where it's I don't want to do any wrong. I don't want to support any companies that I don't agree with. And I think that we need to be a bit kinder to ourselves. And I think especially if you are supporting an ethical brand through Amazon, we're all right. We're supporting them. So back to my original point, you are going to subscribe and save to those products that you buy regularly, so they just turn up at your door. Now, if you do it for a few things and you have it so that the frequency aligns, then you're just going to be getting one package of all of the things that you need. And the amount of brain space that this will save you is insane. You do not have to think about all those things that you run out of. You don't have to think about how much hand wash do I have? Oh, how much toilet roll do I have? It's just going to show up when you need it. And obviously you can play around with the frequency, but if you have a big thing in your life like work or a child or a project, just get those chores out of your head. Just get them out. Simplify your life, simplify your head so you can actually focus on what really matters to you at the moment. And the third thing that you are going to do is you are going to decide on how much of everything is actually enough. Now, this could include backups. So for me, one oat milk, I keep banging on about oat milk, but one oat milk is not enough because I need to have a backup. I feel like I need at least 10 backups, to be honest, for me to kind of feel like, yes, in terms of the oat milk section of my life, I feel it is enough. But this could be clothes. How many t-shirts do you actually need? How many skirts do you actually need? How many plates do you need? How many cups do you need? Decide what enough is so that if you start to flirt with going above it, you're doing that intentionally. That's the point. It's not about living at the bare minimum. It's about knowing what enough is for you and then consciously going above it whenever you decide to, and also not falling below it and living in deprivation without realizing it. A very mild and small example of this is we used to only have the amount of cutlery out that we needed. So the idea was that it could kind of encourage us to wash fresh ones whenever we needed it, and rather than just letting all the cutlery build up. But then I decided that in this particular era, my motherhood era, it is time to have all of the cutlery out because I was sick of not being able to find a fork. And I appreciate completely when it comes to how, like, the depth of minimalism, when it comes to how philosophical and deep it can go. This stuff might seem so trivial, but it isn't, because once you figure out the kind of the smoothness of your day, once you can get your day running smoothly and your mental state running smoothly, that is like fertile ground for beautiful things to happen. I promise. It's not necessarily obvious, and the impact can be profound. Decision fatigue is real, and the more you can kind of clear your head, clear that landscape a little bit, the more you can let things grow, you can let the things bloom, and you can let the magic in. But if you're just spending all of your life worried about when you're next going to be able to get oat milk, there's not enough room for magic. The magic just stays at the door. So they were my 3 slightly sweaty ways of simplifying your life. I know they might seem simple, but the effects can honestly be profound, and I hope you are all doing very well. Oh, I also want to tell you about, I made a How to Stop Emotional Spending course. It's only £5 and it's really good, if I dare say so myself. I'm very proud of it. So I shall put the link in the description if you are interested. And I hope there was something of help in here. I hope you're enjoying these kind of like bite-sized videos, because I'm enjoying making them. I'm really enjoying holding on to things I create with less tension. Like I used to be very like controlling, graspy, like, oh, it has to be perfect. Oh, what font shall I use? What's my color grading going to be? All this kind of thing. Whereas now it's like, I'm filming on my phone. Didn't think that would be a thing that would happen. So I hope you're all very well, and I shall see you in the next video. Oh, I have a little mic now as well. Little microphone, it's smaller than a regular one. That should just be the end of the video, shouldn't it?